Hello, hello, welcome back. This is Midweek Point and Click. We are on episode 8 of the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. I've been away, we've been on hiatus for about 3 weeks, but I'm glad to be back. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, not bad. How's it going, everyone?
Well, I am doing okay. Had a great holiday, but unfortunately things ended up a little bit rough when we got back. So we're dealing with some personal stuff there, but otherwise, doing good on my end. Before we started the stream, Steve and I were trying to think, it's been 3 weeks. What happened in the last episode of this game? And I was looking at the Steam achievements, and it actually triggered a couple of memories, Steve. So I think we might be okay.
Yeah, because I have absolutely no memory of what we. I remember things, but I can't remember what exactly happened in the last episode.
Fair enough. We got fucking DG in the house, and Briggsy. How you doing? Welcome in. Glad to see you.
Looks like Steve's right at the gate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't? Preempting your filth baggery.
Yeah.
All right, so you may remember, Steve. Let me quickly hit continue game so the music doesn't keep playing, and then we can try a bit of a recap. So we are the lady now.
Yep.
Beauty. Okay, cool. So what we did last time, we were shrunk down small.
I was trying to think of that. I had vague memories of that, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she came back to the town and it was all pink. It was all the daughter that the special wand works with has turned it all like Barbie-like.
That's right. But we haven't actually done anything as her yet. We literally saved as we transitioned to this character. What happened last time, though, is we had to... we met our old zombie friend from the first game and his wife. And we had to try and convince them and what were they? They had to work together. Was it the mice? The size difference is a bit weird. I don't. Anyway, what ended up happening is we had to build tablets for the dude up top with the rope that would pull us back up, but he ended up cheating us out of it, saying, if you build tablets,
fix the machines, they can be mass produced.
Yeah.
Yep.
So our friend Wilbur is still stuck there. But now we've transitioned to this character, so we don't actually know what's going on yet, but we will soon. DG is good, working on the last Elden Ring achievement. Is that for the DLC or is that for the stock issue game? Killer Kid's in the house too. Howdy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
And the book could be like, I remember once when I was a kid, they were cleaning out our grandmother's house. And they found a book, like a little pocket book, maybe a bit bigger than pocket book. And they've gone, oh, remember this book? And it was a book when the title had Everything Men Know About Women.
I do remember that.
And Dad handed it to me and goes, I should give a read of this. And I've looked at it and gone, I don't want to read a whole book. Even though I was a big reader back then, it's still like, I'm going to sit down right now and read a whole book. And he goes, no, try it. And then I grabbed it and I flicked through it and every page is blank.
The old classic gag.
Yeah. So that could be the Book of Unwritten Tales. It could be similar to that. Where it seems like a fable book and then you read it. And when you open it, it's just nothing but blank pages.
Yeah, or maybe we are creating the tale, which will be written in there later. Who knows? Briggs is good playing Minecraft with guns, aka Fallout 76. I tried a little bit of that. I was enjoying it for the most part, but then, I don't know, I fell off suddenly. I don't know why. Grandma was moving out of her house, and we found some old German family Bible. Wow. Good
That's
read.
Amazing. Until Killer Kid commented on it, we've gone through 1.5 of these games, and I never realized the irony of the title.
Yeah.
Until now. Because Unwritten Tales are a thing, but I didn't realize, because it says book as well, that's a contradiction. Well, it's not, because it could be, like I said, the pages are all blank.
Or maybe it's an invisible ink and they're being a bit loose with the unwritten part. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been really great so far. There is a lot of nods to famous cultural fantasy things and, Final Fantasy and Lord of the Rings and all sorts of things.
Yeah, this one seems to lean a lot into Harry Potter, though.
Yeah, a bit, yep.
It's almost like, kind of like the scary movies where they'd do a diverse range of horror stuff, but there usually be one theme to most of the movies. I think it's like that. This is the Harry Potter one, even though it is bringing in other things.
Yeah. All right, let's start looking at some stuff. So we've got spacebar that we can hold down. It'll show all the highlighted things.
I had another stream, by the way.
Oh, shit, yeah. That's right. That's how rusty we are, Steve.
Yeah.
There you go. Should see that.
Yep.
All right. Let's look at the flowers.
That's unusual. We have pretty much every known plant species in the Elf Burrow. But this, what is it?
Do you remember Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, Steve?
No, I think it was the generation just before my... Have you actually watched any of them? Because I remember it as the generation before.
No, I remember our uncle was obsessed with it, though. Thus why he named his children that. But...
Oh, really? So then... Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but they were like little flower pot dudes like this.
Smiling flowers?
I know
That's
Bill and Ben...
magic,
So I mostly know them from... I sort of pictures, but... I know of a good Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Man joke.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Get ready
So
for
Bill and
your
Ben are lying
the emotes, guys.
Okay. As if. So Bill and Ben are lying in bed, and Bill says, blah, 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 blah. And Ben goes, I love you if you swallow that.
Oh my god, Stephen.
That was told on a, I guess, I gotta make sure, ABC, which is the government broadcasting channel. That was told on that on Good News Week. That was told on television, primetime television, on a government channel, by the way.
Let's talk to old mate here.
Hi there.
Oh, it's funny in the episode because he asks... guy that tells it asks the host because it's like a... It's like a...
Archmage's murder?
That's the structure of a trivia show, but it is more about being funny.
Been apprehended.
And a story about Bill and Ben comes up.
Van Buren wants to get rid of the rats because they're Alistair's allies. She calls them terrorists so that her people can snoop around under the pretense they just want to block off the rat holes. Completely incidentally, wink wink, they find out, of course, who lives where and what they think of Van Buren. You jeeper troll dung, I tell you.
Hello, Mr. Fox.
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
It appears we need to have a little conversation.
Alright, go on, Steve, finish your story.
Yeah, so he asks, so a thing comes up about Bill and Ben, the Firepot Man. And after the trivia thing is done, one of the contestants, or the guy that's usually the consistent contestant for one side, he goes, can I tell my Bill and Ben Firepot Man joke? And the host goes, well, I guess so. And then he tells that joke, and then after the laugh, the host goes, no, you can't tell your Bill and Ben the Firepot Man joke.
Brutal. Kind of got a bit of deja vu there, as if I'm the host saying that you can tell the Bill and Ben joke.
Except I didn't ask permission because I didn't necessarily go that way, but yeah. I was wondering because it's the only time they've done that, and it is over a very full-on joke for that show.
For context, everyone, this is the big bad in the game so far, this lady. And her daughter stole our wand. She's holding it there. And that's what Steve was referring to, how everything has turned into rainbows and like brony stuff and all that is because she doesn't know how to use it and she's just shooting shit. Like this is meant to be a hippogriff and it turned into like a My Little Pony kind of deal.
Yeah, so she's going for the mayor or the governor. I cheat and sabotaging competition. She's pretty nasty, and then her daughter is, I think it's because she's got the wand that the mother would prefer to use, but then it only reacts to the daughter, and so that's why she's beautifying everything like this.
Yeah. And she's kind of like an Umbridge-like as well.
Yeah, I couldn't actually remember the name Umbridge, but I was going to say Umbridge, except she's also the main villain, isn't she? Or she
I wanted
the
to ask you if
subordinate?
She was the villain in that movie, I think. Uh-oh.
What's all this? Oh,
You should take care of what you say, Mr. Fox. Think of the children. Come along, sweetie.
Oh, Mama, look! I made him! Isn't he sweet?
Oh,
Excuse me.
well done, darling. That old Jenkins will have learnt his lesson good and proper now.
I want him!
Oh, and I guess she's also like the Willy Wonka Veruca Salt. Is that the one? Or is... I always get confused between the girls in Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I do too.
Is Veruca Salt the... Is the one that's like, Daddy, I want it now? Or is it the other one?
I still get them.
I don't even
seen
know
them,
the name of the other one. I can't even think of it.
Something to do with Violet. Because Violet turns Violet. It's like that's one of the jokes.
Right.
Yeah, I've always thought of them as roughly the same, except then when I saw like a review recently where they've gone back to it, that's some really interesting things to say where they've gone, oh yeah, that's... They pointed one of them out as, they go, because I was sort of comparing it to the Tim Burton one, and they go, it's... None of the kids are over the top. There's just the one character that's over the top, which is... I think it might be Veronica Salt. And she goes, but even then, because it's just one, it doesn't affect the movie. And I've thought of them as exactly the same. I guess one of them's more shouty. Veronica Salt, I think, is the shouty one.
Yeah, because then you got Mikey TV and what's his name?
Augustus.
Augustus Gloop? Goop? Something like that?
Yeah, Augustus Gloop.
Oh, Days. Fucking Days. How you doing? Yeah.
The actor of that apparently couldn't speak any English. He was German kid that
Was it a phonetic script or something?
Yeah, also he doesn't say much, like, because he's silent most of the time for good reason, for that reason, but also, like, the only thing I can think of him saying is when he's eating and they're at the introduction to the fact that he's won the ticket and he's eating, and they go, what do you think of the ability to go to the chocolate factory? And he goes, good, or like it's something that's just like a single one or two words.
Yeah. How was Still Wakes the Deep? It was pretty good. I didn't get too far, probably a third in the game maybe. But I got to the scary stuff and got a few jumps. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Excuse me, I wasn't quite finished.
Oh, yes, you were. Come on, darling. Leave the hippogriff in peace.
I want him!
So she hasn't converted this hippogriff.
Yeah, she said that she changed it before.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said it was mine.
Sorry, little one. Buttercup belongs to me.
The elf is right, sweetie. The hippogriff doesn't belong to us.
Well, that worked out okay.
I made him, Mama! He's mine!
But, sweetie!
Mine!
Oh, of course. Then, you take him with you.
Oh, is that a story way of making it so we can't travel?
I think so.
Hippogriff. Okay. Oh, we're also a pregnant elf in this game. Let's see.
Dolls, toy animals. There are puppies and pink dresses back there. And there's a painting of young minstrels. A remarkable range of goods.
Let's put our hat back on for starters. There we go.
How is he trying to paint over the...
No.
Trying to turn it back normal?
Oh,
I wondered why it looks ugly where he's painting, but I think it's... He's trying to convert it back.
I thought he was just putting it up. Like it's like glue or
No.
something.
It could be, yeah.
Seastone's a harbour town. It's pretty rough here. That shop's asking for trouble with that range of goods, even if some of the seafarers are a bit soft in the head. Candy floss, ice cream, chocolate, sweets. Maybe dentists are behind all this.
Oh, big dentist.
I'm an elf and don't feel the heat and cold as much as humans do. Otherwise, elf girls' clothing would be extremely impractical.
Ah, okay.
I'm an elf and don't feel the heat. Otherwise, not a soul to be seen. Either everyone's hiding in their houses, or this place is a ghost town.
Alright, we'll talk to Fox again.
I didn't see them. Sorry.
It wasn't your fault. It was my f***ing carelessness. Ow.
Oh, Steve, last night I installed Rayman Origins because, you know, that was a great game.
Yep.
It looks like it's on PC, it's keyboard only, no controller support. That's kind of weird, right?
I thought I played it with a controller.
Oh,
I did get it on Steam.
Oh, mine is Uplay, I think. I think it was free
Okay.
at some point. But yeah, controller just wouldn't work for me for some reason. But I then installed Rayman Legends and that worked fine with the controller, so...
The daughter of the council leader. She's responsible for all these transformations, right?
Oh.
How is that possible? Normally magic fades after a while. Where's she getting her power from? Can you tell me anything about the murder of the Archmage?
Yeah.
Was there actually any murder at all? I mean, is he really dead?
He was turned into a
Wilbur and
frog,
the rats
right?
would never have harmed him. They're being made into scapegoats? Assuming the Archmage is still alive, Van Buren would have kept him close by, wouldn't she? In the Mage Tower? In the school? Right, that's where I'm heading next then. Van Buren can't have gained power by legitimate methods.
These lovely things around my head stop me from saying certain things.
Like swearing?
Ha! Oh, apparently, yes. Sybil Van Buren's power without anyone to do so. Censorship! That's what it is. Do you know what the worst thing about censorship is?
I understand. What are you going to do about those things around your head?
What can I do? I'm a journalist, not a mage. There aren't any mages left in this town. Van Buren has them all.
Magic is the key to her power. Does she think that only a mage can stop her now? How convenient that the town's most inventive mage is underground and wanted for murder. I must go. Stay strong.
You might find this useful if you want to take a look round the upper
Ooh,
town.
goodies.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do we have there? We've got a horn with wings, bells with wings, a little cuckoo clock with wings. Is it chattering teeth? Or lips, maybe? A ducky?
What are you reading from?
The thing spinning around his head. Don't know what that,
Oh,
what that is.
like a duck, maybe a fart bag, and then.
Oh, it could be a whoopee cushion, actually. You might be right. Yeah. Huh.
I guess it is. Yeah, things that make noise.
Seastone. I've never understood why so many people want to live in such a small place. The whole town looks like a rubbish tip over a sewer. Despite this, everyone was drawn here after the war. Seastone stood for freedom, the wide world, success. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. A merchant stall. Maybe it belongs to one of those delightful fellows up there on the wall.
Delightful.
In the past, I'd have climbed up there easily. Right now, though, I'd rather put my feet up for an hour or two. No, Ivo, you must not allow this little problem to distract you.
Alright. Let's go in. That's stupid.
Stop! Papers, please.
It's just turning the guide into like a playing card, similar to like in Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, exactly. I was kind of wondering if he was always that thin. Ah, Star Wars reference.
You're trying to do some kind of elven magic, aren't you?
No, I'm just not a terrorist. I'm Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
Ah, Princess Ivo. I didn't recognise you. You look so different.
Different?
I don't seem to recall you being quite so svelte before, Mr.
Shield Hand. You're right. A lot has happened. Tell me, the artifact of divine fate, could it turn me back to normal?
Possibly. Only no one knows where it's hidden, me included. Archmage Alistair erased our memories after we hid it.
Oh, of course he did.
That nauseatingly cute world down there. What's that all about?
The Honourable Council Leader Van Buren is cleaning up the town. Seastone is to become a beautiful and peaceful town. Rules must be applied.
And the townspeople have agreed to this?
Well, strictly speaking, there wasn't an election. The council leader was the only candidate left after the brutal murder of the Archmage. An election would have just been a waste of taxpayers' money, wouldn't it?
I have an appointment with Council Leader Van Buren. Take me to her.
Are you sure? I mean, she didn't tell me.
Does the Council Leader normally discuss her diary with the town guard?
Oof.
No, but...
I'm here on an official visit. My mother, the Queen, has sent me to pay the Council Leader Van Buren a courtesy call. Is there a problem?
Of course not, Your Highness. This way, please.
Oh gosh.
Thank you. That'll be all.
But...
Council Leader Van Buren.
Just clean the place
What
up.
now? Oh, you. Why are you bringing the elf in here, Shield Hand?
The elf is Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm. I'm here on official business by order of my mother, the Queen.
Princess Ivo? What an honour! How can I be of service to you?
Do you know how difficult it is to get hold of a fully trained hippogriff? It cost me a pot of gold.
I will happily supply you with an IOU. Is that all?
We received the sad news about the death of the Archmage.
Yes, terrible business.
Almost unbelievable. A powerful mage like Alistair simply murdered, just like that.
The rats and that Withervane, they tricked him, my dear. But don't you worry, we're hunting them down. We're having every rat hole in the town sealed up.
I know Wilbur Weathervane and Remy de Dumas. We're friends.
What are you saying? Friends? With terrorists?
Uh-oh.
Enough of this nonsense. Where is Alistair? What's happened in the town? And why are you trying to put the blame onto Wilbur and Remy?
I was present when Withervane murdered the Archmage. I saw it with my own eyes. Are you saying that I'm a liar?
I'm the Queen's daughter on a diplomatic mission and I'm trying to make an assessment of the situation.
I realized her little... She's also got the, what's her name? 101 Dalmatians lady? I guess that's why the little minky thing is a Dalmatians thing.
And it's live too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
The last time I was here, the town was full of people.
Yes, we have cleaned up.
Um,
That encampment in front of the gates was unworthy of the town.
I agree, but where are the refugees?
Gone. And that's why the citizens of this town can live a decent, orderly life now.
A decent, orderly life according to your standards?
Hardword. Hello.
According to the right standards.
That's the one.
I was just
There's
looking
no
up the
crime in
Cruella
Seastone
Deville.
anymore. No beggars. No one breaking the rules. How can I leave the rest of the world to remain in a state of chaos, disorder and brutality?
You can't impose your ideas onto all humankind. They have to follow you of their own free will, or not, as the case may be.
That was how things used to be done. But now there are ways and means of ruling more efficiently.
If that's your attitude, then I've heard enough. Goodbye.
Wait! You're not about to go and fetch a certain artifact, are you, by any chance?
No.
Even if I knew where the artifact of divine fate was, I wouldn't use it.
Oh, Alistair's girl. But you must see that I can't take any risks. Shield hand, put her in jail.
Ooh.
What?
But Lady Van Buren, she's an envoy of the Queen and her daughter.
I will pay a visit to the Woodland Realm and explain from Queen to Queen.
Huh.
From democratically elected leader to Queen.
Yeah.
This way, please, Princess.
Come any closer and I'll box you.
Hmm.
What a lovely dice. Did you make it?
Yes, I can make anything.
Really? And you think of all these lovely things by yourself?
A few are in my book, too.
Oh, the Frog King. Ah, that story was always a favourite of mine.
Mine, too.
Here, have a nice play with your dice. The Frog King, eh?
Get her out of here!
Ah, but now the hole is
Please,
unblocked.
come with me. At least you'll be safe in jail.
Oh, what's glue? He's putting up those things.
Yeah.
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
The pregnant princess of the Woodland Realm.
Oh,
In
that's the jail. Yeah.
Luckily, the reporter's got problems of his own to deal with right now. Hey! Psst! You there!
It's a little mouse. Is it
Do
Timmy?
you know a rat called Remy de Dumas?
You're Ivo, aren't you?
Do we know one another?
I followed Uncle Remy and hid while you were having all those banquets and receptions. You were there, and Wilbur, Captain Nate, and the Critter, and Archmage Alistair. It was all very festive.
Can you fetch Wilbur or Remy so they can rescue me?
I can rescue you. I'm in the Resistance.
Yeah, of course, but perhaps your uncle...
Oh, he's on a mission. But fortunately, there's a rat here who can help a princess in need.
Let's do it. We're not going to control him, are we? Maybe we are.
How much longer is this gonna go on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
Not possible right now.
We are him. Okay. Let's see.
This fire is lit every night. Mr. Shieldhand
No.
used to enjoy grilling
That's
sausages
not
on
quite
it.
straight either.
But
Try
all
again.
that stopped since he lost one of his dimensions. I wonder what he does when it rains. A couple of bits of charred wood have fallen through the grill. I'll take one.
Where are you going to put that?
It's not my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
All right.
Maybe we can draw on that.
The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
And then put it back on a pile.
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
Oh, so the next one he puts up will be that one.
And then he might get arrested as well for putting up the resistance poster. Let's see.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
Come on, put it up. Oh, what? Okay, that didn't work.
Many say Mr. Shieldhander's the worst town guard Seastone has ever had. Us rats see it differently.
You've learned to put the posters
He's
up nice
lazy,
and
not
straight.
particularly clever.
And you should
And when
mind
he
what you
does
say.
happen to patrol the streets, his armour clanks and creaks so much you can hear him from miles off. Perfect.
Unless I have to do multiple.
Yeah, I was thinking you have to do that, but then you have to do something else in order
That's not
to
quite straight either. Try again.
distract him or to get him over there to like see it. Because the issue was that he was sitting down the whole time.
Not possible right now. Not possible right now.
It's not my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time.
All
Sweet
right.
spot.
The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town. Oh, I've already taken one. That should be
Okay.
enough.
Good to know. Yeah, it probably is a timing
That's
thing.
not quite straight either.
Have to
Try
see what he
again.
does.
If he puts it up and then calls him over, so they have to somehow do something else, I think, to get the guard to come over early.
Speak to Ivo, maybe she's got an
We've
idea.
had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
Oh, okay. He does that.
No,
But he won't do that if we've
that's
got
not quite
the
straight either. Try
rebel
again.
sign already there.
But he doesn't even look that time. So what I can do is when they talk the first time, if I put it there, he grabs it and puts it straight up and talks to him. Let's go to time.
How much longer is this gonna go on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Damn. Alright, let's talk to Ivo. It's one of those distraction things that are all in all point and click games.
I'll have you out of there in no time.
My
Yeah,
fault you can't
and if that
comfort
doesn't
yourself
work,
with your
then you'll get help,
food
okay?
anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
So it's not my fault, he says. And then he goes, "Shh, bang. And then
No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
All right. The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders. No, that's not quite straight either. Try again.
I think I fucked that up.
The door looks quite solid and is probably locked. And even if it isn't, Shield Hand would notice if I opened it. I've got to get rid of him. Both of them if possible.
Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh, damn
No,
it.
it's the same thing every time.
No, because there's an animation difference. Because if you look at him, he'll put it up without looking.
It's not my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
So
I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
yeah, when he says it's not my fault, watch what he does. So he said that. Now he goes bang and puts it up. Turns to him straight away. And then he gets up. See?
No, he still sees it though. Like it goes into another animation if you put the rebel thing.
That's not quite straight either.
Try. Is there anything else?
There's nothing. Hey, Verdant Tree, how you doing? Isn't that the rat on the Ratatouille named Remy? Yeah, I think that you're right, actually.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now.
All right.
Council leader's orders.
The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
I'm definitely open for ideas, but I'm going to try one more thing.
No.
Oh, we can
quite
hang the
straight either.
poster up
Try again.
ourselves. So when he's looking like that to him, maybe we can...
How much longer is this gonna go on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
A solitary resistance poster isn't going to make a difference. I can't get up there anyway.
Solitary. So we got to put it in multiple
Quite straight
locations,
either.
potentially?
Try again.
Where else could we put it?
I think there's just flavor text.
Oh, okay.
That might work.
My fault you
If
can't
Mr.
comfort
Shield
yourself
Hand
with your
had the symbol of the
food
rebels stuck to his
anymore.
back, I'm sure he'd try and get rid
Oh, we
of
put it on the
it.
seat.
Found something else to pass the time.
I can't just stroll up there and stick it on his
Oh, yeah.
back.
So that's the timing
If he
thing where
sees me,
it's when he's
it'll take
checking the
just
other
one
one.
strike and I'm down for the count. Time to turn Mr. Shield Hand into an advertising figurehead for the resistance.
That's not quite straight either. Try again.
We did it!
What the? What is it? Hey, Fox, is there something on my back? Can you see anything?
Oh, yeah. I can see something, all right.
What is it? Is there something stuck to me?
Now, what would the council leader say if our very own town guard was making propaganda for the rebels?
Propaganda? But I haven't...
Don't worry, I'll get it off. It might sting a little bit.
But no!
Stop that resistance
Oh,
sympathizer!
right in there. Oh, what's that? Oh,
Kissed him.
we did what at him?
Kissed him.
There were 3 keys on the town guard's keyring. One of them should be for the door to the guardhouse, the others for the cells.
I think it was everything from us. That's what I've heard of being called
This
when
is
you.
the second time I've had to rescue one of the big heroes of Avantasia. Timmy Mousevich, hero rescuer.
Alcevich.
Might be an American thing, but it's doing like remember the Naruto, the 1,000 Years of Pain or something, and it's just basically pushing a finger into someone's butt or against someone's butt.
Is
Like
the idea
conspiracy.
that the fingers went inside the butt or just poked
No,
the
because they're
tail?
still
bone?
clothed, so it's just uncomfortable. It's just I think it's just weird and uncomfortable when someone does it.
Okay.
And also, they might do it very forceful, so there could be a little element of like discomfort with like pain, pressure.
Even if I find a way to reach the keyhole, would I be able to push the door open? I think not.
Oh.
Ivo, I've got the key.
Really? Well done.
Can you reach it?
No, but I've got a blanket in here which I can rip into strips.
Rip into strips. It's like a foot high.
Right, that's sorted.
Achievement: Savior
Wow,
of Princesses.
You're really fat.
I'm pregnant. Somehow. Where are Wilbur and the others?
In the underground. I'll let them know you're here.
But where? Oh,
Yay! We did it.
of course, statues will always be the first to lend their support when there's a revolution. I'm not sure who this statue's meant to be, but I'm certain that the council leaders' people have defaced it.
It was probably us actually that defaced it.
I can't believe how the little rat boy got me out of jail. I think he must take after his uncle. If I do my job right, then soon I'm going to be an enemy of the state. And looking at this regime, I'd regard that as an honour.
Did we get a hat for Nate? Nate the Cutter?
Yeah.
Wilbur has a
had
hat.
the Silas hat. Oh yeah, the fez.
The fez is for Critter, though.
Oh, okay. They might be wearing it, but that's the one we won with Nate.
No, because remember we had to make the cocktail with Critter and swap it out?
Oh yeah.
From
I'm not sure.
celebrated hero to enemy of the state number 0.5. Steep career path for Wilbur.
Look at goodies.
Salt pretzels, donuts with icing sugar, together with hot mustard and a bit of pickled cabbage. Perfect.
Hang on. Donuts and icing sugar with mustard and cabbage? Oh, no. Or maybe that's a pregnancy thing.
Presumably all these goods were delivered, or at least ordered, before Van Buren assumed power. I can't imagine any sane airship captain would dream of flying into Seastone right now. That crane's new. Seastone's merchants have been very creative where business is concerned. Someone once wanted to sell me a license for an apple. They didn't want the apple to belong to me, just the right to eat it. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have ended well had I agreed to that.
You've been to Amsterdam, Steve?
Yeah, briefly. Just like
Did you notice that every house had a hook out the top of it? Like this?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, it's used for carting stuff upstairs because all the stairways are too narrow. So they have a hook
Okay.
like on out of the attic that you can sort of raise stuff into. It's pretty cool.
Like that acts like a pull.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of clever.
It all seems quiet and
I think I
peaceful
just
looking into the
spent one or
starlit
two
sky.
nights in Amsterdam because
However, there are unbelievable powers
In the red light
great
district?
tragedies occurring up there.
that's part.
They just
That's
don't look careful
probably
enough.
the reason I didn't get a fair shake. One is like I was more interested in other stuff. Two was like I'll pop in there while I'm on the way through, but then the problem is every single person goes, "Oh, did you go window shopping?" Like that's just like so that element grossed me out. But that means I had like a negative view of Amsterdam when I went through it, which was a pretty city. And
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. I didn't do much though, other than just see a couple of museums because I didn't know what else to do.
So you went
But,
to the Reich Museum?
No, I think it was Monet, one of the famous paintings.
Penis Museum as well?
No, I didn't go to the weird ones either. That's the thing. I didn't do anything rude or nasty in like Amsterdam, but it's like It's that thing of like, as soon as you mention it, it's similar to like if you talk about Japan and people go, "Oh, did you get the panties vending machine thing?" It's like apparently it's just one vending machine in the middle of nowhere. It's not like they've got them all over the place. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't go to Japan just to do that. But yeah, I wouldn't even do that anyway. But it's like,
good save, good save.
well, because it's like, because there's that clip of like a guy, not necessarily from the vending machine, but buying like a pair of panties that's got a schoolgirl's photo and
Oh,
it's smelling. But then it cuts to them preparing it, where it's this overweight guy dancing naked, except for these panties. So he's dancing in them and then handing them over to these guys that are putting him in the seal wrap with a photo. They've just got a whole bunch of girls' photos. So
that's so
and that's their
gross.
manufacturing thing. That's like really gross. And it's probably not too far from how it's done.
Verdantry
That's the
asked
other
you a
thing. So
question.
it's either Verdantry, it's either the red light district, or did you smoke some weed? I did. Even though like I fell head over heels in love with someone at first sight in Amsterdam, but she wasn't in a window, so couldn't do anything anyway. But yeah, there's a place, pizza store, and there's this girl there I thought was really pretty, and yeah, I don't know why. I got the sense that the guy there was eyeing me up, giving me the stink eye. But yeah, when I went to the pizza place, just one stage, I know she just touched my shoulder, and that was really, really nice. So I had a wholesome thing in Amsterdam.
But you didn't get a weed and weed?
No, I didn't get weed. It was only a couple of days, so I probably wouldn't anyway. But because we're not a weed smoker.
Oh, you can eat
But
it.
even if I thought of what's that?
You can eat it.
Yeah, I don't really want to. I don't want to get messed up. I don't like the idea of losing control. That's what sort of stopped me from drinking at first until I got used to it and figured out how you can. That's not too bad, but yeah, the idea of losing control I don't like, especially when I do it while traveling, because I don't like the idea of especially something going wrong while you're in a foreign country.
Yeah.
So like almost everyone does it because they just go, oh, while you're there, while in Rome, but it's like,
That's the mantra we lived by.
yeah,
When in Rome.
but then except the locals don't necessarily smoke the way tourists do. But yeah, like I didn't want to lose control of, especially because I was in there for a few nights. So it's not like I could take some and then have enough time to recover before moving on. I was there for a short amount of time, and yeah, I didn't necessarily want to get fucked up in a foreign country.
A lotto ball. Blank. Doesn't look like this has ever been used.
Even though later I went to Berlin. Oh, right after that I went to Berlin. I got fucked up most nights just on alcohol. But yeah.
There you go, Verd. Does that answer your question?
Wilbur wrote very excitedly to me that he, of all people, had been appointed as the first professor to the school by the Archmage. I think he was very proud, but also a bit intimidated because of his colleagues and the students. Those are the kind of worries that we'd be grateful for right now. The Mage Tower in Seastone is notorious. It's been said it has a mind of its own. It confuses people. It's said that visitors the town didn't like never emerged again after venturing inside.
And probably went to the library. Go down into the school.
I shouldn't take unnecessary risks. I'd better chat to Wilbur and the others first.
Wilbur and the others. Oh, we could use the crank pretension. No, I guess not. Because that's how we would get down to where Wilbur is.
As a child, I lay on my back next to my father in the elf burrow for nights on end, observing the stars. He told me of strange worlds, and sometimes when the night sky was particularly clear, I believed that I could recognize the star turtle with my naked eyes.
While I was away, I bought a new bass. A 5-string.
Oh yeah.
And
It's from London, right?
yeah, well, I got it when I was in London. Yeah, and I bought the strap from Amsterdam. But
Yeah.
it's so
No,
hard to use. Hmm?
by the way, you called. It was mostly me and Tara, but you called us filth bags for taking the picture of the strap the wrong way. But
Oh
I showed it
yeah.
to. I had dinner with my dad and his partner, and I showed it to them, and their minds, even they were like, I think my dad said that looks like a collar.
Jesus. Hang on. Let me show you. Tell me what you guys think. So here is the base. It's cool as, and here is the strap. Does that look like
So it
something?
looks. Yeah, so imagine that without the guitar there. It's just a picture of that strap. And he's in Amsterdam when he posts it.
But yeah, with 5 strings, it's really weird how more difficult it is to play, because I get lost where I am because there's that other string that distracts me. I don't know, it's weird. Gotta get used to it. Okay, so I guess we can't go up. So, oh, hello.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Working late, are we?
A merchant's work is never done. Now, if you don't mind, I'm off on holiday.
Who takes care of business when you go on holiday?
We don't get many walk-in customers nowadays. We concentrate primarily on production. But when I get back, I'm going to talk to the council leader about opening up new markets.
Oh, it's the fluffy paint. Remember the tablets, how we got fluffy paint on them?
And these
Yeah.
tribbles that you're selling?
Fresh off the press, so to
Tribbles?
speak. The management's
Star Trek
efforts have
joke.
optimized production decisively.
Then one just needs to find someone who wants something like that.
I'm working on that. In my opinion, every school kid in the land needs a magic slate like this. I'm going to speak to the council leader of the merchants about that.
What did you say? Where's the entrance to the underground?
I didn't say anything, and you've got no business down there.
And where exactly have those fluffy things been manufactured?
Not in the underground.
And this privy doesn't lead there.
No.
Then may I use it? Or is the flush not working?
I don't know anything about any underground. I just want to earn an honest crust. Why does everyone seem to have a problem with that? I'm taking these ghastly things to the school, then I'm out of here.
Hey chat, quick question. Have any of you played the Telltale Batman games? I saw them and I was interested, but like if they're good, I'll play them, but if they're pretty average, then maybe not.
A great disguise for the secret entrance to the underground. No one would be keen to know where the things plopped into a privy would disappear to. And the merchant was in such a fluster that he forgot the padlock.
We're gonna
Hello?
climb down
Anybody
there.
there?
Hi, Vol. Is that you?
Wilbur? What on earth have you been up to?
Well, you see, it's like this. And then he didn't pull us up. And then Timmy came and said you were in town. And then you called out, Wilbur! And I...
Thanks, I'm fully informed now. It's a pretty long story.
Oh, we can change between the characters now.
But exciting too, right? And sometimes funny and a bit sad and...
What's the next step? How are we going to change the Archmage back?
So, actually, I wanted to, someone else should... Wilbur was going to run away.
What?
Yeah, I heard also that the Telltale Borderlands game is the best Borderlands game, but also I'm a bit funny about playing Borderlands games because I have an absolute revulsion to Randy Pitchford.
It's like, that sounds like someone who doesn't like RPGs going, that's the best Borderlands game.
What do you mean?
because it's like a completely different genre.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I
Or
think
like,
it's not a shooter, but apparently the story is really good and all that sort of stuff. And the shooter doesn't really have. I mean, it's focused on shooting, really, isn't it? But
yeah. But I could understand if someone said it was the best Telltale game, but like I don't know, the best Borderlands game when it's something of a completely different genre is a weird concept.
That's water under the bridge. We have problems to solve.
Exactly. We can't simply leave the town to this dreadful Van Buren. And from what we know, it's likely that Munkus is sneaking around here as well.
So what do we do?
First, I'm going to get you up here, I guess. Then we can work out together how to rescue the Archmage.
But Remy's right. As long as the wand still exists, there's no way we can defeat Van Buren.
Master Alistair will know what to do.
Don't rely on me. Rely on yourselves and on your friends.
What? You have to speak up.
That's what the Archmage always said. Remy believed him. That's why he took the matter into his own hands.
What's happened to Remy?
He's relying on me. I'll follow him and we'll find a way to destroy the wand. You pull the zombies and Nate up, and then come up with something for the Archmage.
Nate, that's right.
Maybe we can also help one another a little. Maybe we can use the basket to exchange items and talk to each other through the hole.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
At least I got my
Go
courage
get
back.
Esther, Gulliver. Time for some fresh air.
I don't know how to thank you, Wilbur.
It's all right.
Our second child will definitely be called Wilbur. What do you say, Nate? Want to see the stars?
You wait here, Timmy.
But I can help.
You sure can. If you hear terrified screams coming from the hole, then think of something.
You are going to find Uncle Remy, aren't you?
Of course.
All right, we're going down the hole.
The rope has served me well twice already. Maybe it'll hold up for a third time, too. You know, somehow I can't think of anything witty to say about this rock. It's heavy. Probably. Anyway.
Can we simply... Oh, hang on. We've got the wrong hat on, Steve. There we go.
For some reason it switched back.
Okay. The time had to come sooner or later.
Have you ever worn a paper hat like that? Even as a little kid?
No, I don't think so. Would have never known how to make it.
Oh, hello?
Have you?
Another one.
I don't know, actually.
For years no one visits, and now all this activity.
Have you ever used hot wax on a origami? Any origami thing?
No, I haven't. I know Verdantry was making unicorns out of origami.
I guess one stage I might have known how to, because I know one stage I could make boats. I wouldn't seal them with wax, but I know that was something else. Yeah, I did something else. Yeah, someone made it for me actually.
Yeah. Ardwood's right. The best Marvel film is Captain America: Winter Soldier. It was more like it felt more like a Bourne film, like more actiony than tied to any other bullshit.
Okay. That's what I thought the Black Widow should have been like.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I think before it came out, I was thinking like Black Widow doesn't really fit with the others because they're such like larger than life abilities, and she's just a really good spy and fighter. But it'd be more suited towards like a Bourne-like movie. But I don't think they did that when they made the Black Widow movie.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there. I think that's why the Winter Soldier is so good, because the bad guy and the main guy don't have any powers other than strength. So it is kind of like fighting and that's it. No one's flying around, swinging around, doing any weird shit.
Hello? Who's there? I'm Wilbur.
Said the ugly dwarf, whilst peering into the darkness.
Hey, I'm not a dwarf, I'm a gnome. And Mum says I'm a handsome little fella, too.
He said defensively, but this did not impress the darkness much. Next, the dwarf said,
There's a narrator. Do you think we'll see a GRU in this? It seems to be like the kind of game that would add a GRU, right? That's what it's called, right? A GRU?
What's a girl again?
Isn't it the Zork? Is it Zork? Is that what I'm thinking of? What's that text adventure game? It is called Zork, right?
I don't know. Might not have played it.
And it was like the thing in the darkness was, I think it was called a GRU. Anyway, I watched a cool movie while I was on holiday. It's a Nicolas Cage film called Arcadian. Have you heard of that one?
I think I've seen it advertised here and there.
Yeah, it's basically this, a family fighting against monsters that come out at night. Like, that's the general thing. But the monster design was so cool. It's worth seeing.
Who are you? And why don't you come into the light so I can see you?
We can't. Well, we could, but we just don't want to. We are gods. We can do anything.
You're gods?
He froze, as if struck by a bolt of lightning, whilst the implications of this danced wildly around his head.
Actually, no, not really.
But you must. You are speaking to gods.
What exactly are implications?
Hey, hey! 2 cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, "He tastes a bit funny."
Oh, do be quiet. I'm trying to create atmosphere here.
Isn't it about time for a riddle?
Not that I have anything against creepy voices from the dark, but maybe we could have a little light here?
Why is it dark? And what could you do to make it light?
The young hero stood in a beam of light, surrounded by the deepest darkness, and the voices said,
2 trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?" And the other replies, "Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?"
Don't quit your day job.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like the clown one funnier. Better.
If you're gods, then can't you just say something like, "Let there be light," and it gets all bright in here?
2 trolls are looking up into the night sky, and one says to the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?"
Not again.
Of course we could create some light. Or it could simply just be light in this cave. Where's the challenge in that?
But,
said the little dwarf,
why does everything always have to be so complicated?
and stamped his foot on the ground.
Say what?
You have to stamp your foot on the ground.
What kind of gods are you?
Well, we are...
Wait! He has to create light first.
Do we have anything that can create light?
Did a rat in a hat pass through here?
asked the gnome in a brave voice. He, however, didn't know at this point that he would be leaving the caves without his friend.
You know something about Remy?
That's what one calls foreshadowing. It's a device used to keep the audience entertained.
Showing something other than complete darkness might also be helpful.
He's got to solve the riddle first.
Okay.
So what's with Remy? Was he here? Where did he go?
Oh, I've got another one. One politician says to the other, "I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything."
And what exactly has that got to do with the story?
Thank you for the conversation. I'll look around a bit.
Not without any light.
Hey, hey, 2 cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, "He tastes a bit funny."
Haha. So, till next time.
You scared him away.
He liked my jokes.
All 3 of them?
But what's so funny about that?
Alright, what do we have in our inventory? We've got a hat, that's it. That's not going to produce any light.
Aside from the light coming through the hole, you can hardly see a thing down here. And I think I need more than just a torch or something like that. It sounds like I'm in a fairly large cavern.
Do you remember the joke in Predator, Steve? I don't want to be a filth bag, but you know the joke in Predator about the cavern or the
That's
echo?
two. Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah.
I think that's all his, because I didn't again there's a watched a review recently of
even worse than
Predator
found.
because Red Letter Media
Wilbur,
went through
you
it
found Uncle
and
Remy?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
so the guy that says those jokes is a guy called Shane Black, and he was brought on because to generally fix up the script. So he's actually not just an actor; I think he's a writer, and comedian as well.
Yeah, he's a
And then
screenwriter and director. Yeah.
Yeah, so he put in those two jokes.
Yeah, I
that his
heard that
character says.
that joke was specifically like impromptu, and the guy that laughs, it was a genuine laugh, and they just kept it in. Apparently.
Oh, really? Because it seems like a fake one.
Yeah, apparently he was all very sort of stone-faced and stoic and everything like that, and didn't laugh at anything, and that really made him laugh. So.
Weird, because like in my head, I thought the actor was playing like says like a pause, and then he does this, and I thought the character was playing it like his character was slow to catch up, but then realized it was funny, and then did a post fake laugh. Like I never thought that was natural.
Looks like the Van Buren's girls' abominations have even found their way down here. Someone with taste couldn't bear to have this stuff around any longer and threw it away.
What are we finding here?
Mostly toys. And, oh, what's this? A hand mirror.
Okay.
I'm going to take it with me. Could come in handy somewhere.
Maybe the hand mirror would reflect the light down the bottom of the hole, and you could... I don't know.
Nate liked the seesaw. Probably because it was new to him. There are so many new things waiting for him up there. I almost envy him having the chance to experience it all for the first time.
I got a question. Can you see the mouse cursor, Steve?
No.
Okay.
I can now because I'm looking at the Twitch stream.
Okay, so do you see what I'm circling?
Roughly, yeah.
Is there a red dot in the center of that, or is that a dead pixel on my screen?
Not on my stream. It's weird on Twitch. It seems like there's a red dot,
Right. So
but on the Discord, I don't see the. Oh no, I see the red dot now.
Okay. Because I do have two dead pixels. I got a red and a blue pixel, and that seemed to be new. But good to know that it's in the game. Hello, lovely.
Hi,
So the Red Letter Media also did a review of Predators 2 or Predator 2,
You always have this habit of
and that's until then. Yeah, until then I never knew about the. You've seen the clip of Danny Glover dancing with the Predators.
Yes, I have, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's kind of a fun little
Yeah,
thing
but
they did.
it sort of breaks the, makes it a bit too goofy. It's kind of like in Terminator 3 when Arnold Schwarzenegger puts on the glasses, and it, because it's at the gay strip show, it's like these star glasses instead of the cool. I don't know.
But this isn't official though. Like as a backscene thing. It's kind of fun because it's not it's not like story Predators. It's just and I kind of like it because it's the actors goofing off.
You and Esther did a great job with that fluffy paint. Although, I'm still not sure I understand it all.
What's so difficult to understand? Yellow and blue give you green, pink and fluffy give you fluffy pink.
There's a colour called fluffy.
Fluffy jumpers are dyed with it. Many wash powders are made almost entirely of fluffy. Oh, young people today, absolutely clueless with regards to alchemy.
When we went to Iceland, Lisa bought a Icelandic jumper, like actually knitted, like by Icelandic people, I guess. Can you guess how much that costs?
Okay, converted whatever currency was once. Oh, you mean in ISK or dollars?
Rough conversion to Australian dollars.
I'm assuming because you're asking it'd be much cheaper, but I would say custom thing from a foreign country. I would say $200.
What if I told you it was around 440?
Yeah, that's. I'm sort of lowballing it even then, but yeah, that sounds right because it's someone's actual labour goes into it.
Yeah.
You and Esther got along well together, didn't you?
Surprisingly, yes. Didn't want to eat me or anything like that. Nice person. Gone now. I'll miss her.
Yeah, good friend.
Could visit her sometime.
Lots to do. But yes, maybe.
I followed Remy down into the dark hole.
Ooh, what's it like?
Dark.
Dark?
Then you need to sort out some light. Chop chop.
I have to be going, Ethel.
If you need stew, you know where to find me.
You want no help, Ethel?
The pipe eventually gets to the magic school staff room, where the transformed archmage is being held captive. Unfortunately, I'm about 10 times too big to fit through the pipe.
Okay, we'll talk to Ethel
She
again.
gets startled every time I speak to her. Better I only do it when necessary.
Alright.
The Carter crew recently released a video of animators react, and it's a guy that I think he's done several things, but Simpsons
Gulliver,
mainly,
Esther,
early
and Blake,
Simpsons.
Everything down here looks even more desolate.
But they started off with him saying he did the 3D of, like I said, I imagine he just directed it, but one of the things I listed was the 3D Simpsons thing.
Oh, yeah.
And so I thought to myself, to fucking lead with that. That's like an embarrassing little reference.
Oh, at the time though, it was pretty spectacular. Like the CG looks average as hell now, but oh man.
Yeah. I think it's like even then I thought it was average. I just remember being very disappointed because I think it's like if it was just a Halloween episode and then it went there, it's like, oh shit, they just changed the tone. That was really cool. But the problem is they advertised it as Simpsons in 3D, and then when you watch it, it's just this shitty skit that ends with him getting erotic cakes, which is weird. Like it's just a weird ending to the whole bit.
And
that's the thing.
Did that end with Homer sort of falling out of the sky and landing in a dumpster in real world?
Yeah, and that actually looked good. The way he does the puff of dust when he lands.
Yeah.
One of the things that's actually good, and then he does fit the world. I'm being semi-impressed of just how well he fit because that's the one thing the guys were mentioning is like the shadows and stuff match perfectly.
Oh, okay.
But there was other things I was going, oh, it's this, and it's like you must be watching something else because. But then the stuff where he's in 3D space before that is like very average.
Mm-hmm.
The three of them took everything really important up with them.
And I just remember being very. I think it was built up. I remember being a little bit disappointed.
Best if I leave everything as it is.
Yeah, and that's why you sort of remember it because it's just the weirdest part. You just ended. It just ends with you going, that's the gag. Oh, she's gonna bring us up. I know it's to ferry stuff back and forth.
Ivo?
We're probably gonna need a light from her.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not overjoyed to see you, but what are you doing in Seastone?
I need to talk to Archmage Alistair. There's a little problem.
Unless it's about catching flies with your tongue, he's not going to be any help to you at the moment.
Well, the problem can wait. I hope.
Monkus has completely disappeared since the fight in the staff room. Do you think he's still in town?
Yes, I fear so. Like flies to Arbor's pot, dark sorcerers are attracted to power. A little girl with seemingly unlimited magic. He'll try anything to exploit that.
And he can transform himself into anyone. Be careful about whom you trust up there.
Who says he's up here? He could be down there with you. We must both keep our eyes peeled.
Remy said that much of the city's been transformed. Is it really that bad?
Some buildings have been badly affected, but nothing that couldn't be fixed with a few flaming torches. What's worse is that some people have also been transformed, and no one dares to say what they think anymore.
That is terrible!
Van Buren's intoxicated by power, worse than Joffrey. She's insane, she's going to ruin our world, and she has the means to do it.
Worse than
Luckily
Joffrey.
you're here, Ivo. We'll stop them.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So is this set in the Game of Thrones universe then? That's weird.
I think it's just a reference.
Where's the council leader? Whatever you do, don't let her catch you.
It's okay. She's on her way to the Elf Burrow. She wants to pay my mother a visit.
Doesn't that worry you?
Nah, she'll get nowhere in the Elf Burrow. Elf protective magic is powerful.
So it's just a question of how long it takes Van Buren to figure that out.
She'll be furious. It's best we're no longer here by the time she gets back.
For my search for Remy, I need something I can use to light an entire cave.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Thanks. I have to get going.
I
Don't
really
get
hate
hot.
that term, eyes
Good luck.
peeled. It just
Keep your
makes me
ears
think
stiff.
of yuck things.
Yeah, I can picture that. Because I used to have that with slit three fingers. Now I
Ah.
sort of know what it means, but I used to picture something much more violent.
Violent or like filthbaggery?
Not violent. Like, slit three fingers. I imagine it going through the fingers, not around them.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's...
I remember because, yeah, I was playing like one of the... I think it was on an Apple IIe, but it was I was playing Carmen San Diego, and they kept, if you lost, that was my big punishment for losing, was it used the term like the crook slit three fingers.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, she's there. I didn't see her hiding behind here. Alrighty, let's see. Let's talk to old mate and old mate.
Those two have just watched her
I get the
talking into a
impression they
toilet.
would go through thick and thin together. They simply belong together. I'm really
Well, they did get pulled through the
envious
toilet.
of that.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they're the zombies from downstairs.
Hi, you two.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello.
I am.
Hello, hello. Chris and Mari's plant farm. Neighbours be gone.
I've not had the pleasure of making your acquaintance yet. My name's Ivo. Welcome to Seastone.
My name is Gulliver. This is my enchanting lotus blossom, Esther. Our son down there with the ogre is called Nate.
Nate?
Nate, yes. Named after a true hero and good friend. It was down to him that Esther and I got together back then in the Wildlands.
About Nate. You
Welcome
haven't
back.
seen him recently, have you?
Unfortunately not. We would have loved to have had him at our wedding, but he suddenly disappeared.
I'm sure he's out there in the big wide world, helping other lovers find the happiness they deserve.
But he left his love behind in the process.
Do you know him?
That deceitful hypocrite who disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation and leaving me standing there like an idiot of a pirate? No, I don't know him. Not anymore.
I like
It's
how
not
the
safe for you
spelling
here in
changes
Seastone,
because
not
she
for
means other
I know,
name.
but where else can we go? Zombies and the undead aren't really welcome anywhere.
People think that we eat their brains. But to be honest, they really don't taste of anything.
Ew. Well, perhaps you'd be better off in the Wildlands. There are loads of people like you there.
Why do we have to go? Just
That's
because
true,
other
I
people have a
find. Same
problem with
thing.
us? That's not fair.
Wilbur talked about the machine that you built together. Maybe you can bring it up here and build slates for yourself when everything's returned to normal.
I don't think so. Only Bill knows where to get the intelligent stone. And he'd claim I've stolen his idea. He can afford ghouls. Worse, lawyers. Anyway, where am I going to get the gold? Who would even lend me a copper piece?
Don't give up, sunshine. Small setbacks are a part of death.
Esther's right. Those who fight may lose, but those who don't fight have lost already.
Says the young, pretty and rich elf princess.
I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye. I'll let them have some time on their own. They've got to make a decision about where they're going to spend their life together. Not an easy decision. Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
Okay. Let us go down. Oh, he set up shop there. Okay.
This is Nate. His name isn't his fault. I'll try to be nice to him.
Right, so she knows about that, Nate, so she must know that that's who they were talking about.
Guys, I'll be back in 1 moment.
In the meantime, I'll try to spruik. I started playing Kingdom Come Again to do like a run through where I do all the quests, whereas I was recently role playing it for when I streamed it. I was switching between that and SteamWorld Dig 2 because I think months ago Bolt bought a copy for me out of the blue, and I only opened it or started it recently, but it's pretty solid. Yeah. Kind of like, because like after when I started it, it's like there's something that's it's like frustrating, but frustrating in a good way. Is because you can't hit while you jump. Like sometimes you dig and then realize you can't get to a gem because of the way you've dug, and it's like fuck. I'm just trying to figure out how to get up there. But yeah, it's pretty neat so far. And the puzzle sections are good, like the sort of caves you go into where the insides. It's almost like reminds me of the little dungeons in the I forget what they call it, Seeker shrines in Zelda Breath of the Wild, where it's like a little puzzle in it. Those are kind of neat too.
Sorry, I'm back. Had a bit of funeral talk. Okay.
Okay.
Where were we? I see that you guys were talking about SteamWorld Dig 2. What a fantastic game that is. I love it. Let's see. Cool. I come bringing myself gifts, but I'll just show you guys if you haven't seen them. So, Monte Carlo, one of the best biscuits out there. You're a fan, right, Steve?
Oh, is that with the cream with the red stuff around the outside in the middle?
Yeah, exactly. I'll open it up for you guys so you can see. Don't break.
I'll eat them, but I'm not the greatest fan of those.
Okay, let me take a bite.
Is that the TV show?
It's a bit blown out. No, it's the new game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that Rebels I'm thinking of.
Rebels is the TV show.
Sort of depends. Probably think about trying it, I guess. I think because I don't know. I have more luck playing because I've sort of almost grown to dislike Star Wars, but the video games are usually solid. Like Jedi Order is fantastic.
Yep.
And also they probably have a better battering average for video games because even if their story is terrible, they're usually fun.
That's
they
true.
Can rely on one or the other. I think Jedi Order goes by both. The story's fantastic and the gameplay is fantastic, but yeah, so I'll probably think about trying it. What type is it?
It's a third-person adventure game. Kind of like Fallen Order, but non-Jedi. You're a bounty hunter, not a bounty hunter, a smuggler instead.
Okay. And possibly not a Dark Souls. Or is it possibly Dark Souls-like?
Don't know, actually. I'm not sure if they've actually shown the combat in that much depth of whether it's a Souls-like or not.
I was thinking Souls-like is in the sense of like the shrines, like the...
Yeah. Killing
the
enemies
shrines
and they
and
respawn when you hit the shrine kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you think of these ones, Steve? These biscuits. I think they're called Jam Fancies, but I'm unsure.
One sec. I like those.
Me too. The texture is off the hook good because it's just
Yeah.
like chewy all the way through.
I eat them different ways because you can eat the outside and then leave the jam center to last, or you can just eat the whole thing in one go.
Mm. Yeah, for sure, Artie Fine. Get your Monte Carlos, get your Kingstons. They're the S tier. I've never done a tier list stream. That would be fun one day, just to go through and just rank some shit and discuss.
Yeah, and Kingston's are good fresh, but they're even better if you
the dirty,
sell
rotten,
them up a bit.
dangerous, armed, and whiffy fiend, Wilbur Weathervane. The wanted man is armed and dangerous. Ha! Wilbur might be many things, but armed and dangerous?
Yeah, Monte Carlos, I think, I always thought of them as the ones that always, when you have a variety pack, always the last in there, because I don't think they're disliked, but people usually leave them to last compared to the other ones.
In these toys, then?
You're saying Monte Carlos?
Yeah.
I beeline for those.
He says, finally I know where all the rubbish comes from.
You can understand him.
It's quite obvious what he thinks of this junk. I think he says one could also
Fuck
build something useful out
Oh
of
my
it.
god.
He's an inventor.
All right.
A two-headed ogre. Rather rare and pretty complicated, anatomically speaking. Good evening, gentlemen.
Mademoiselle.
Fat elf!
Brutal. Are you going for a road trip, Artie? Where are you going? To see the ocean? I hope so.
My name is Ivo, and you are...
Not Princess Ivo from the Woodland Realm?
Yep, that's me.
It's an honor, Your Highness. Although, considering the current situation, perhaps you shouldn't tell everyone who you are.
I was going to do some motion type warnings, but they might not even apply to outside Australia.
Ocean warnings?
Yeah, like make sure you swim between the flags.
Ah, yeah.
And if you get taken by a rip, let it take you and then swim around it.
Yeah. Or if you're really like a strong swimmer, you can swim under a rip too, but I don't know, it sounds dangerous to me.
Yeah, it sounds dodgy. I remember, because I've been pulled by a rip, but I was still shallow enough that I could pull, I still had the foot against the ground, I could pull against it. And I remember there not being any depth to it, all the water pushes against you. I don't think you can swim under them.
I've only got caught in a rip once, and I managed to swim out of it, but I used every ounce of energy I had to do it. It was off the hook. Yeah, wouldn't recommend it.
I still don't know your name, kind sir.
This is probably lucky a bit, because that's how people drown, is fighting against them. Because if you don't manage to get ashore, then
name is Zloff.
it tires you out.
That's my brother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Blow.
Mr. Brain Martyr himself, how you doing? Welcome in. I saw that you were streaming earlier, but I woke up a little bit late, so I didn't get a second to jump in and see. Hopefully your Rocksmith stream was delicious and fun. Let me show you my new bass real quick, since you are a bass player. A 5-string bass player at that. One thing I've noticed, Brain, is it's very difficult when you've never played one before. It's going to take some getting used to.
Is that emote the shocker?
I've got my Schecter Stiletto Stealth. Good times, good times. Ad break in progress. Wow. Let's just hope that.
Nice shop, but a bit unusual.
Candy floss, puppies, chocolate, baby dolls.
It's dreadful. We had such a lovely inn. Subdued lighting, smoky air, and lots of alcohol. And now...
Lollies! New inn!
Lollies! Oh, Steve, by the way, next time you come over, I have a lot of Icelandic alcohol for you to try. Whether you like it or not is a different story, but we'll see. And we also, if you do stay the night, one of the demands that for Rob to look after Ramen was we had to replace the spare bed because it was too uncomfortable for him. So we have a brand new mattress that is super, super soft.
Okay, so this is the... Just remove the pee from underneath the old mattress.
Remove the pee? What do you mean?
That was a joke about... I think I made it last time about Rob being sensitive.
Rob's... Yeah.
There's the princess and pee.
Pee! Not pee.
Oh, pee, yeah. I realise now that could be easily
like, why is there piss in my... Yeah, gotcha. You're right. Yeah, I had to remove the pee from the... Yeah. Check the Hellcat. I haven't seen that. I'm going to look it up afterwards for sure.
Perhaps you could explain to me what's happened here. You're a mage, right, Zloff?
Mage? Me? No.
Why Zloff always say that? Zloff is mage.
Not after what happened to the other mages in this town.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. But I've definitely given up magic, and therefore I am no longer a mage.
Baritone guitar, nice.
A whole building has been transformed permanently. A little girl shouldn't have the power to do that. How does she do it?
I, don't know what you mean.
Are you expiring?
You what?
Blout should tell council leader if people expire.
You're spying for the council leader?
Blout's afraid the merchant council leader's daughter might turn him into a little girl with pigtails if he doesn't cooperate with her mother.
We shouldn't give away that daughter does magic. You're expiring.
No, Blout, we're not.
Then that's okay. Zloff?
Yes, Blout?
What is expiring?
San Diego. Is that, is San Diego where Lost Boys is set? I'm pretty sure it is, maybe?
It's Los Angeles. Well, it's the style of Lost Boys is definitely Venice Beach.
Okay.
Which is LA.
Blout, I don't think you should spy for Van Buren. She's bad news. Surely you can see that.
Blout not want to spy, but Blout not want to be changed into Bunny Rabbit.
I was all for fleeing, but Blout wanted to stay and hide.
Quite difficult, given your size.
Blout bought disguise. No one recognised Blout.
Maybe not, but what about me?
Brainmartyr, which state are you from? Or which coast, if you're not willing to say which state you're from? Just curious.
Have you still got the disguise you were going to use to hide from the council leader?
Still got.
Would you give it to me?
You want hide from council lady?
New York, nice.
You conceiving?
No, I just want to secure the disguise and hand it in at the school.
Otherwise, the rebels could get hold of the disguise, Blout. Do you want to be responsible for a rebel disguising themselves with your outfit?
No! Blout, good little boy. Here,
Little
take.
boy.
A friend of mine who's active in the non-existent resistance has to somehow illuminate a big cave.
I'm no longer a mage and have nothing to do with the resistance. And because I'm no longer a mage, I don't need my magical equipment anymore.
Ah, okay.
Like, for example, this clicker, which can capture starlight.
Oh, I know what to do with that.
Good job that you aren't a mage anymore. Now I can give this thing to my friend, who's not on a wanted list and who's also not in the resistance, which also doesn't even exist.
Why talk so strange? Something not right here.
You're much too suspicious, dear Blout.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, princess.
I thought old mate here was going to be a twat, but he's ended up being okay. That's good.
I don't know what there is to talk about at the moment. Sea Stone is big. First, I should gather as much information as possible from up here before I go wandering aimlessly through the town down there.
See him flick his titty then?
I didn't catch it.
Is this guy's animation? He started flicking his little bean there. There you go.
And then the other one reacted to it.
Mm-hmm. There's the starry sky. So, we got the disguise. Sweet. Let's capture some starlight.
Right then, capture starlight.
Nice. Now we need to go down the toilet. How do we get down? Oh, we gotta close this. I'm wondering the mechanics of how we do this. Do we just...
I better explain to Wilbur
Okay,
how
cool.
to use the clicker. Where's he got to?
Oh,
That's
okay.
having it at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now...
Wilbur?
Yes?
I've captured a bit of starlight for you. That should make your light problems a thing of the past.
Really? Wow!
I'm going to send the clicker down in the basket. You must wait until you're in the dark cave before you set the starlight free.
Got it!
Hey, Saiku, do you know the band Screaming Females?
The basket will let Ivor and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets stuck at some point.
I've been listening to a little bit, and I actively hate the singer, but really like the singer at the same time. Alt J? What do you mean?
As in, both loving and hating this lead singer.
According to Ivor, this little thing should be full of starlight. Man, would I like to see that.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh, that's bright.
I can see.
By God, you've got old.
You're only statues.
Oh.
We are gods, trapped in statues. That, by the way, is a very exciting story.
Could someone help me up? Thank you.
Hey, all this light reminds me of a joke.
No.
Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?" And the other replies, "Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?"
Maybe you could just lie him face down in the sand.
It's a good idea, we should.
Look for like a karaoke album of theirs. You just listen to the music without the singer.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a cool idea. She's very... Her mouth moves too much when she sings. It's really strange and distracting when you watch like a music video.
Listen, because what Artie Fine said reminds me of there's like a Mark Maron joke where he said he was he went to a coffee shop and he ordered his coffee and was sitting there and there was another guy came in. I forget how he described him. I don't know he described him in a specific way, but I guess it's the coffee counter and he's doing like that. They're doing a little bit of banter and he goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm just going to a festival on the weekend." He goes, "Oh, what kind of festival?" And he goes, "Oh, it's just this like festival that me and my friends are going to." And then he goes, "Oh, which festival?" And so it says under his breath, he goes, "Dave Matthews Band."
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy goes, "Oh, I love Dave Matthews. Did you hear this?" And then the guy goes, "Oh, yeah." And they went from like being like, "I just embarrassed that I'm going," to, "Oh, it's another like-minded person." And they got really excited. And he goes, I sat there very happy for them that they found each other, but it was also really weird way they got into it.
I have never heard a Dave Matthews Band song in my life, or at least I don't associate the name.
Not knowingly.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd know from is The Matrix. They did a song for the Matrix soundtrack. I think it was one of those ones that got sucked into the algorithm where it was used in other things, and I kind of like that song.
I listened to the shit out of that soundtrack. Which song was it?
God, I can't try to remember.
Jiggle Bits, welcome in. Thank you so much.
Someone subscribed.
Good to see you, bud.
Give them a face waterfall of blood.
Hey, Jiggle Bits.
Thank you. I appreciate you pointing and clicking my midweek. Don't tell anyone though.
It was Matrix 2 soundtrack though.
Oh, okay. I listened to the Matrix 1 soundtrack over and over again. You got your Rob D Club to Death. You've got your Rammstein Du Hast. Yeah. Good shit.
What's the one?
Dragula was on there too.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews Band. To me, it sounds like who's that guy that does the Banana Pancake song? And he also did a music video where Ben Stiller was actually singing as him. Psycho would know 100. Oh, there we go. Artie Fine knows. Jack Johnson. Without knowing the music, I associate those two together. Still like, there's a solo one. I thought there was a guitar solo in a song called Gravedigger.
That's the Dave Matthews Band thing is When the World Ends.
When the World Ends. I'll have to check it out.
Trying to think of how it goes. I remember liking that because there's the original was pretty good, but also I think the Matrix uses a remix done by Oakenfold, who does a lot of the Matrix soundtrack stuff. And that one's pretty good too.
A small alcove with some truly gruesome ornamentation. Whoever designed this thing must have been in an alarming state of mind.
I can see why people don't like them though, because even that song I like it, but I could see it's a little bit pretentious. It's one of those ones where like I can imagine the band's a little bit pretentious just from that one song.
Saku, did you ever listen to the Dracula 2000 soundtrack? That was a banger as well. Hopefully this is not the joke one. Joke statue.
So you're gods in statues? Did someone imprison you?
And so it came to pass that the young hero encountered the epic story, which...
The statues depict us. They are our last refuge.
I always thought gods lived somewhere up in the sky in really stylish cloud palaces.
I have lived in many temples, all of which were dedicated to me. The faithful met in them, discussing and answering the most difficult of questions. And they all paid homage to me, the god of riddles.
And then you were forgotten and ate sand for a few centuries.
That one calls himself Jerry, the god of bad jokes.
The god of humor?
That is Avini, goddess of the arts, and I am...
Hypnis, the chatterbox.
the god of good stories.
One picture speaks more than 1,000 words.
I just want to exhaust these guys' dialogue so we don't have to talk to them anymore.
Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
Nope.
I still don't understand why you're here and not somewhere beautiful instead. I mean, you're gods. Can't you do whatever you want?
Of course we can. Well, theoretically.
In reality, though, no one has believed in us for a long while. Do you know how gods are created, young man?
I thought all of the gods had always been there.
Nah.
We get our power by people believing in us. It can be a great power. A power that can move mountains and flare up conflict.
But if no one believes in you anymore, nothing remains.
It's like It.
Our
Or Pennywise the
temples
Clown.
were destroyed centuries ago, or rededicated to other more bloodthirsty gods. These 4 statues are all that remain. If they disappear, we, like our religion, will cease to exist.
Yeah, I would say Ticklebits, at least from my opinion, there aren't that many soundtracks that are absolute bangers, but when they are bangers, they are the bangers. Like The Matrix, the Lost Boys soundtrack, the Crow soundtrack, Dracula 2000, like I said. Good shit.
And I'm one of those, I don't know, misanthropes, troglodytes, or I don't know what you'd call it, to music, but yeah, I listen to mostly soundtracks.
Yeah. Oh, speaking
More
of
than
soundtracks that
American
you and I
music.
listened to as a kid, Steve, Mortal Kombat 1 soundtrack, the Mortal Kombat movie soundtrack, and Spawn soundtrack as well.
Yeah, that's yeah, I used to love that as much as it's. The soundtrack probably holds up more than the movie does, but then I did like the movie as a kid. I don't know, that's something that everyone's turned against, but soundtrack is pretty cool.
The god of humor. Wow. Sounds like you'd have a lot to laugh about.
Oh, of course!
Look through my phone.
It'd be a sorry state of affairs if I didn't.
It is really bad if one constantly has to hear the same joke told time and time and time again.
Oh, you just haven't got a sense of humor. Listen, one politician says to the other, I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything.
I hate repetition.
Yeah, that's
Or do you know the
same
one?
jokes.
Yes, we know it.
Party poopers.
There's a concept where people say that, like, when a joke is said, it's funny at the start, but when it gets said over and over and over again, it doesn't get funny, but then it comes back around again if it's said even more times to become funny. I never see that last bit of it. Like, as soon as it becomes unfunny, it never becomes funny. And I think that's why I fucking hate that Tim Robinson guy. Because all his shit in that I Think You Should Leave is little joke that could be funny on the surface, but he flogs that dead horse so hard till it's just, like, insufferable. Anyway.
What's up with this creepy
Yeah, I don't see it
decorated
become
alcove?
funny again, except in the few instances where someone says it in such a way that it's funny that someone would do it, but
Where there is
that's
light,
rarely
there is shade.
achieved.
Where there is good, there must also be evil. The Nameless One was probably the most powerful amongst us. Whenever anyone did anything evil, people believed that it was his fault.
Oh, and because everyone believed in him.
He became more and more powerful. It was simple for everyone. They could blame all their bad deeds on him.
Where is he now?
They banished him to the dungeon dimension. It's probably the greatest story of all time.
That will be told another time. He was banished, and many small gods were put in his place. Murphy, the god of stupid coincidences.
Murphy's
Monday,
Law.
the god of bad moods. Alki, the god of drunkenness.
Hundreds, thousands of little gods that people could blame when they did something bad or stupid.
I have to go.
That was cool.
Looking for my phone. The last soundtrack I got was actually Crosscode. Guardians of the Galaxy. Skipping it for over a bunch. Arcane's a banger.
Oh, except for, doesn't Arcane have, like, Imagine Dragon D's Nuts as the main song?
Yeah, I sort of like that one. But it has, like, I think that's just them. That and it's not actually on the soundtrack itself, but included Bones from the same band. Witcher is pretty good. That's just a general background thing. And then after a whole bunch of soundtracks, I got to the first of the actual real albums, which is Dissociatives. That's the first non-soundtrack album out of a bunch. Tenet, Creed 2, Doctor Who.
Cheez-It Tostada. Not a fan? Was it... I'm going to guess, was it too salty? Because Cheez-Its kind of are a bit salty, I think. All right, what do we got? Let's...
No, except the...
If I
well,
address
that's
him, he might tell me a joke. I don't want to
Imagine
risk it.
Dragons song. At one stage I have to skip it because I sort of like it, except there's that rap section that's freaking horrible. So usually I listen to the first like 2/3 of it and then skip it once it hits that.
Hello, my young friend.
The art? Is that like when you make a face out of macaroni and glue it to some paper?
Art is everywhere. There is nothing in this world that isn't art. That's why I'm the most important goddess here.
The world consists of stories.
Now, you both know the world would be terribly dull without a good laugh.
Every time a painter picks up his brush, a sculptor his chisel, or a bard his lute, they are singing my praises.
The painters and sculptors sing too.
Leave it, Gnome. She's not so good with words.
I have to go.
Go forth and create something.
Oh, you know what I learned at the Reich Museum, which is so obvious, but I just never thought about it? Do you know why a lot of statues from the past are naked?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't quite.
So it's an
I thought it was
interesting
just the art of the time, not necessarily a practical thing, but...
In some instances, maybe most, I don't know, at least when I was reading the plaques at the museum, the statues were actually clothed in real cloth.
Okay.
So they were naked only because they had clothes on, like real clothes that just sort of wore down after time. And a lot of them were also painted too, like actually painted like people. But over
the
time,
paint's worn.
the paint
Yeah.
worn down, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And there's also, like, I don't know about if this is all of them, but I know it's the case, the sort of... So a documentary where they had, like, a statue of Leonidas from Sparta, like the 300. Like the 300. And she said, like, it has... His eyes are inset a little bit, which a lot of... I guess in the Greek area, or probably a lot of them have inset eyes. And so the reason is because there were like sapphires and stuff glued into the eye socket.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
The eyes would have shine at the time. But then over time, that, of course, as they're no longer protected, people chisel out the sapphires because they're valuable.
Yeah,
And you just left the stone left behind.
I've seen so many statues where, yeah, you're right, like the iris, there's a channel where the iris used to be, and that would be exactly what you're referring to, yeah, like the gems are missing. That's cool.
Yeah, and it was also interesting because she said, like, during the day, yeah, their eyes would have shined. Would have been really impressive.
Good day. Do you wish me a good day? Or mean that it is a good day whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this day? Or that it is a day to be good on?
Although, I've got like dark green, light brown eyes, like that sort of in between. I don't know what gemstone would be for me. Like, what? Wouldn't be an emerald, but then what's a brown gemstone at the same time? I don't even know.
Topaz, probably the closest. That's more yellowish, but that'd be the closest. But also, necessarily wouldn't match their eye color. It'd just be because the statue's more got to be impressive rather than accurate depiction. What's that line from the game that that statue just made?
What did he say?
Right, it's Lord of the Rings.
What did he say?
I said, like, it's a good day, and he goes, "Do you mean it's a good day, or does it mean it's a day to be good on, or that kind of pulling apart?" Because Gandalf says that to Bilbo.
If you're the god of puzzles, I have a serious bone to pick with you.
Why?
Why does everything have to be so complicated? An unlocked chest? Someone who just helps? For free? Is that too much to ask for?
Nothing worth having in this world simply falls into your lap.
Yes, but chess puzzles to open doors? Complicated machines in submerged temples, machines that must have been completely pointless when the temples were still in operation.
I agree. This is all just a distraction from the story.
I don't know what the problem is. Doing a little dance to create a flash of lightning? That's brilliant.
I have to go.
Go out into the world with open eyes. It is full of riddles.
Hello,
said the young hero, and then asked the decisive question.
I've always liked stories, especially the story of the knight Ni as he rode out to slay the evil dragon.
Yes, one of my finest.
You wrote the Knight Ni story?
I wrote all stories, so to speak.
Monty Python reference.
Boy falls in love with girl, hooker with a heart, happy ending, all my inventions. Everything since is just variations on a theme, really.
Wow.
I also invented the words and, wide, and jam, as well as the letters E, Q, and L. Oh, and the Oxford comma. The last has, however, not been accepted by the majority.
I have to go,
he said, and went out into the world. A short while later, he said...
He said nothing. It's got no head.
Is this also a goddess?
No, that is an Amazon. They guarded our temples.
Didn't do a particularly good job of it, did they? This lake looks weird. The water is so dark and somehow wrong.
Oh, it's real water.
That I could just swim to the island?
Oh, I wouldn't try that if I were you.
And if I build a raft and get myself a small rowing boat?
No boat can cross this lake, spoke the mighty voice of the highest of the gods. We can only explain to you how to get over the lake.
Maybe the lake is cursed. I can feel something evil and a chilling cold emanating from the water. The gods must know how to cross a lake like this.
Yes, we do.
So the lake underground reminds me of something. So I was going to say it when we're watching Dune 2, but the one who tried the movie and I forgot about it afterwards. So you remember the bit where the guy that had lost the knife fight at the start, the dead body they're carting around, they take him back and extract all the water from his body?
Yep.
And put it into the Great Lake. So in the book, so that body of water is partially it's stuff that no one owns, and it's just for their future reclaiming the planet stuff. But it also operates as a bank, so that when water goes in, so water that you own, because that's their currency, they have like little bits of metal, circles of metal of different sizes to represent. They all represent a unit of water.
Okay.
And the water's stored in that Great Lake, and that's your ownership of it is these little ringlets. So when he gets because it's usually like there's a complex system of like taxes and stuff, like you wouldn't, but because you won because he killed the person in that ritualistic fight,
Yeah.
he gets all the water from the body, so they measure it out and they give him these little ringlets to represent his money. And then Chani goes, I'll show you how to fold it into, because they have like a little napkin they store the money in, and to have it against the body. And she goes, I'll show you how to fold it so that it doesn't clink when you move. It's like, that's a nice little touch.
Right, yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's see. Who would be the best person? Not the joke guy. How about the lady of the arts?
Hi.
Hello, my young friend.
I think my friend Remy's on the island over there. How can I cross to it?
Now, it's quite simple.
Don't say a joke.
It isn't. First, he's got to answer some riddles.
Okay. Oh, this is like a
Can't we simply get
Riddles in the dark.
A Hugo thing as well.
Previously, people honored us, gave us offerings, erected temples.
I can't build you a temple.
No, but you can honor us, so that we will bestow our favor upon you.
Okay.
You are, awesome.
How pitiful.
You must give each of us an offering, or fulfill for each of us
Okay, so
one
tell a good
wish,
story.
or something like that.
Give a good piece of art.
Yes, yes. And only when you've won over 3 of us will we reveal how you can cross the dark water safely.
People, gods, whatever you are, this isn't a game. Remy may be in danger.
When he is in the Temple of the Nameless One? For sure.
Another reason for you to hurry. Chop chop, mortal. Win our favor.
Okay.
Can we talk about this favor thing again? I need to get on the island really urgently.
Not so fast. We're gods, and we deserve to be paid tribute to.
So, what do you want?
Well, you don't appear to have a cup of wine on you. Can you dance?
Of course.
It's pretty good.
Okay, my first request, don't.
Oh.
And don't ever think about dancing again. Painting, sculpture, music. How do you fare in these arts?
To be honest, I'm a cracking dancer, but I'm rubbish at everything else.
Then, best leave art to the professionals, like myself. I would love to sing again, but I really can't remember what the notes sound like. Bring me a tuning fork or something of that kind. When I hear the notes, I'm sure it would all come flooding back to me.
Tuning fork. Okay. I'm going to write this down because we don't actually have a log. Tuning fork sounds like something important.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to go.
Go forth and create something.
Yoo-hoo.
Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
Nope.
As you're in such a good mood, you'll help me get to the island, right?
Oh, comedians always have a dark side. It's not easy making everyone else laugh.
And what do you know about that?
I am the god of humor. I invented Badumtus.
Yes, only so that people will know when they have to laugh.
Except he doesn't know that it's
Two
called a rim
cannibals
shot.
are eating a clown. One says to the other, he tastes a bit funny.
Ha ha ha, that was new.
You see? It's a tough business making people roll in the aisles. You lot just don't realize that because you've never tried it yourself. Hey, that's it! That's the task I'll set you, mortal! Make me laugh!
You want me to tell you a joke?
One that's so funny, it makes my stomach ache with laughter. Oh, you'll have to be a right royal rib tickler.
I don't think I know any jokes.
Oh, come on, everyone knows a joke. Most aren't of a standard high enough to make a god laugh, of course. But anyway, ask around and try your luck.
Have to go.
Okay, we need a good joke.
Good day.
Do you wish me a good day?
Yeah, that line. It's Lord of the Rings. But
I
that,
guess the only way to gain your favour.
that was one of those things that was driving me crazy
set
until I
of tasks.
remembered it.
No tasks. Riddles. That's all that matters to me. If you ask me a question I can't answer, you win my favour.
That sounds familiar.
Okay.
My first riddle for you goes like this. What has roots nobody can see, towers beyond the tallest tree, never grows to get this high, but reaches up towards the sky?
What?
Thinking of river, could be a river. I'm going to ask the question again.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's a lot of things one, but I can't remember.
river, mountain, or tower?
Could you repeat the question?
What has roots nobody can see, towers beyond the tallest tree, never grows to get this high, but reaches up towards the sky?
Mountain. Do you reckon it's a mountain?
Seems like it.
Roots that nobody sees, higher than a tree, but never growing. A mountain. Could be a mountain.
It is a mountain.
Yes!
Well done. Now, it's your turn. Ask me a question. If I can't answer it, you have won my favor.
What's in my pocket? Yeah, what have I got in my pockets is...
Alright, let's do it.
What have I got in my pockets is?
You'll answer the clicker.
Some bits of fluff and a ring.
Oh.
A shrinking ring, to be precise.
Damn it, he got
a
it.
mirror.
Yep.
A magical device that some people call a clicker.
Yep.
And no, that's all.
Wow, impressive.
Yep. Yes, God of riddles, all-knowing and almighty.
It's actually good because
Nice
it
to meet you.
didn't end it early.
30 white horses on a red hill.
Teeth.
First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still.
30. White on a red hill. Teeth? Teeth!
Well, I never. That's correct.
Alright, let's have a
Clever
look.
little fellow. Your turn.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, this one here reminds me of the Simpsons episode where Homer gets stoned and they're like, can you cook a burrito? Can Jesus cook a burrito so hot that he can't even eat it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with it.
If you're all-knowing and all-powerful, can you think of a question that is so difficult that even you can't answer it?
Of course. I can do anything.
But if you're all-knowing, you would know the answer to every question.
Of course I know.
Here's the deal. You give me your favor, and we'll just drop the troublesome topic of omniscience completely.
With that, the actual task which I set, without your knowledge, has been mastered. You have won my favor.
Yes!
Pedantic mortal.
I want to see one of the other options though, because there's a Douglas Adams reference.
Hello,
said the young hero, and then asked the decisive question.
what do you want me to do?
Nothing. My vote would be to get the story moving again.
Okay, so it's just those other two. Makes sense.
Yes, that's why there's only 3.
For each of us.
But you don't know what happens on the island. It will be very exciting and very emotional. Oscar-worthy.
What's happening on the island?
Down here, riddles must be solved if you want to get any further. Just like in the good old days.
Okay then. A task. Tell me a story.
That's hardly a suitable task.
Storytelling is not easy. It has to be a creative, exciting story that meets my exacting standards. Come on, gnome. Think up a story to knock us off our feet.
All right. Okay, we got Star Wars.
Yeah.
We got Harry Potter. And we've got Indiana Jones. And we've got Lion King.
And then Lion King.
Which do you want?
We did just talk about Star Wars recently.
Do you want Star Wars?
Although Indiana Jones is pretty good.
Alright, we'll do Indiana Jones.
An archaeologist who just barely escapes a huge stone ball.
Okay, then switches to Alice in Wonderland or Snow White.
Anything.
Because that's just, yeah, Superman book.
And Titanic. Let's do Titanic.
So, he wants to start a new life across the ocean and boards a ship. An unsinkable one.
Aha! Gripping storyline, exciting characters. The first act is complete.
Okay.
What are the further developments and climax going to be?
Okay, we got Matrix.
And Matrix.
Hunger Games.
What is that?
It says he's hungry specifically.
Yeah, it doesn't, the rest of it doesn't match, but yeah, possibly.
They fight in an arena. Fight to the death in an arena. Comes to Captain, faces zombie.
That'd be
Pirates of the
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah.
His father later dies. He becomes head of the family and exacts bloody revenge.
Is that possibly Godfather?
Maybe.
I know it's too generic to recognize.
I'm gonna do the Hunger Games.
Yes, well, then he's hungry and is supposed to fight in an arena in a deadly competition. Later...
Can escape the aquarium. I guess that's Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I wasn't in the aquarium though.
The bit towards the like he gets put in an aquarium like halfway through the film.
I suppose so, yeah.
He crosses the streams, goes for
Yeah, so
this
it's
one here
Ghostbusters.
is like, yeah, I just need to do that. Jenny meet in the middle of the water. Jenny is Forrest Gump, but I don't know about meeting in the water. Robot friends lowered into liquid iron. Oh, Terminator
No, it's
though.
Terminator. Yeah.
Terminator vs Ghostbusters. Psycho, can you
which
choose
one
for
wins?
us?
Not just Terminator, but Terminator 2.
Yeah. We need you to be the decider. Ghostbusters? Okay.
He crosses the streams with his friends and so can defeat the ghosts.
And then, the twist.
Okay. Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense. Inception.
Inception.
And then Unusual Suspects. Artie Fine. Which one of those twists do you want?
Would have been good if they had Fight Club there. This wouldn't necessarily match the other rest of the story.
The first one?
The same day starts all over again.
Ah, very original.
But...
You've got my support, my young friend.
Yes.
And that's two gods in the bag.
Oh, yeah. And so we need a tuning fork, and then we're good.
With a tuning fork, tuning fork or a joke.
Oh, yeah, true.
Just 3 out of 4.
I wonder if one is like a red herring, like you can't actually do it though.
Yeah, that's got to be. Otherwise, I wouldn't do 3 out of 4.
All right. Timmy, do you know a joke?
Yeah?
Oh, there was this mortuary.
Do you know any good jokes, Timmy?
Oh no,
Is
not
this
the porn
really an
joke.
appropriate time for jokes?
I need a good joke to get your uncle out of the temple. It's a long story.
I'll get it.
I've
If I've
kinda
had to
got
tell
one.
a
What
lot
do
of
us
joke
rats
to
like
impress
playing
them.
most? Hide and squeak.
Hey, that's not a bad one.
Not bad.
Well, it's not funny because it's true.
Listen, Timmy, I found your uncle's shrinking ring.
He never puts that down.
It was on the edge of a suspicious-looking lake.
Oh, perhaps he wanted you to have it.
I don't think so. He couldn't have known that I would follow him.
Of course he knew that. You wouldn't leave a friend in need. Everyone knows that except you.
Okay.
There's a dark lake down there with an island in the middle with a ruined temple on it. I'm pretty sure that's where your uncle is.
Haven't you had a look yet?
I don't know how to get across the lake. That water looks suspicious, and the statues of the gods say no boat or raft can cross the lake.
How did Uncle Remy get to the island then?
I guess he knows the secret of how to cross the lake safely. So don't worry, I'll figure it out. I've got to get back.
You can do it.
All right, let's get some more jokes in us.
Hi, Ethel.
Ooh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
I found Remy's ring. It was lying down there on the shore of a dark lake.
Oh, he never leaves that ring lying around anywhere. He's always saying that magic rings aren't a toy. You have to bring Monsieur de Dumas back to me. Us, in one piece, Wilbur.
Oh, someone's got a crush.
I'll do my best. Don't ask why, but you have to tell me a good joke.
Two hydrocarbons meet. One says, hi. The other answers, go away, you're substituted.
Come on, tell me a joke.
That, was one. Old alchemist joke.
I don't get it.
If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the condensate.
No need to insult me. I'm dead serious. I need a joke.
Your mother is so ugly, not even fluorine would combine with her.
Now you're even insulting my mother. I just want you to tell me a joke.
Oh, something like, so this cannibal cook says to the captive, can you please whistle when the water boils?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know any jokes like that.
Oh well, then I'll use the one with the carbon thingy.
Oh,
I have
God.
to be going, Ethel.
If you need stew, you know where to find me.
I think these are the only two people we can talk to, unless we talk to people upstairs.
Princess?
Yeah, we'll try that. Bring it in.
Ivo?
What?
I found Remy's shrinking ring. I can use it to get back to the school through the pipes.
Yeah.
Great, that should help us.
I need something that makes sound, not just any, music. A tuning fork or something like that.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
Thanks. Do you know any good jokes, Ivo?
Are you kidding me?
Is that, are you kidding me, of course I know good jokes, or are you kidding me, how should I know any good jokes?
Are you pulling my leg? Why in the name of all the gods do you want me to tell you a joke?
Funny you should mention gods. They are involved. One in particular. Could you please just ask around?
Okay.
I need a really good joke. One that can make a stone statue of a god laugh.
Of course.
Thanks. I have to get going. Don't get caught.
Good luck. Keep your ears stiff.
Keep your ears stiff. Haven't heard that before. All right, give us a joke.
Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
Don't ask me why, but Wilbur wants to learn a few good jokes. Do you know any?
But of course. After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, is there anything you can do for me?" To which the doctor replies, "Certainly, I'll prescribe you a couple of mud baths." And they'll help. Of course, the doctor says. It'll help you to get used to the feeling of being buried.
Oh, I still remember the damp earth. For a long time, I thought if only you'd let yourself be cremated.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Do you think the pitchfork could be a tuning fork?
You haven't by any chance brought a musical instrument with you from down there? If I understood correctly, Wilbur wants to play scales on some sort of instrument.
Gets up to some strange things, that little gnome, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that's what he does best.
But it always seems to make sense in the end. Unfortunately, we can't help this time.
I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Shithouse? Nate, do you have any jokes? Nope, you do not.
It'd be funny how you can get a bunch of jokes from each people, but he laughs no matter which one you tell because he only knows 3.
Ah, Princess
It
Ivy.
won't be that simple.
I need something that can create musical notes.
I make notes.
That's not what she means, Blout.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, Princess.
Papa.
We can't help you this time.
Oh.
Maybe Nate?
Well, this might seem a little bit weird, but could you please tell me a joke?
Why weird? A joke can lift the spirits in times of great adversity.
No joke, no joke.
Oh, Blout, your jokes are always so lewd.
He knows the porn joke
why
too.
Good jokes. 2 statues stand in park.
Oh, this could be
faced
good.
each other for hundreds of years. One be young man, other be young woman. Both is naked.
Here we go again.
Then God appear. He says, I grant you biggest wish. Both can leave plinth for 1 hour. Both disappear in bushes, rustling, whispering, giggling. Man pants, 10 minutes left. She reply, okay. Now you hold pigeon and I shit on it.
Princess? Really?
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. That guy's going to be a winner especially compared to the other ones.
I reckon so.
You don't happen to have another joke for me, do you?
No, lots more jokes with naked people.
The princess doesn't want to hear them. Anyway, you've already had your turn. Now I will tell a real joke.
Oh, here we go.
The town guard asks the mage head of a 2-headed ogre, so you deny breaking a fence post in 2 on your brother's head? To which the ogre replies, I can't deny that, but I didn't do it on purpose. So you didn't intend to hit him? Oh, I did, but I didn't intend to break the fence post in the process.
Not find very funny.
Yeah.
Of course it's funny.
Thanks very much for the joke, Sloth. I will endeavour to remember it.
You see.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
Okay, yeah, you can't use Nate. But I reckon that statue joke, because it also is for a statue. But we'll go get more jokes
that's
just to be safe.
Because Nate's, the beeping would be like properly tuned notes.
Yeah, he's not selectable, unfortunately. That's all we can speak to, so maybe that is the joke. Oh no. Oh shit.
What the? You could have hit me.
Yeah, whatever. No one's allowed to enter the school as long as the council leader's away.
Oh, that's right, she's gone, so...
Council Leader Van Buren has asked me to get something from her office for her.
She didn't tell me. She only told me to knock the head off anyone who tries to get in here while she's away.
Oh, presumably she forgot to mention it. She'll be very angry if I don't bring her what she requested.
Angry with you, not with me.
Oh, somebody's really on the ball here. And really decisive. Well done.
Yeah, no problem for a professional like me.
Oh, I'll mention that in my report.
What report?
Oh, I'm not really permitted to tell you, but let's just say a positive evaluation should give your career a boost.
But I'm exactly where I want to be.
Really?
Sure, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
You really must have a ball every day harassing people.
A smart guy like me can really make good in this world.
But you're destined for greater things. Go out there and prove it.
I could, but I don't wanna. Let everyone else bumble around if they wanna. They always come crawling back asking for help at some point. And I just say, deal with your own shit, you bumblers. Ha!
What a delightful conversation.
Well, it's no surprise you liked it. Conversations with the one and only Grumder Klimpus are always a laugh. It was rather disappointing for me. But you did your best.
His general appearance is not exactly pleasant, and his most defining feature is his melodious stink.
Think you're something special because you know all these long words, eh? Pathetic.
He's not particularly quick, physically nor mentally.
It's or. Learn English.
He's not particularly quick, physically nor mentally.
Okay. So we can't go in here. Let's try.
I can't risk starting a fight with the troll. Yeah, I could get past him, but he might follow me and wake up half the town in the process. Annoyingly, I can't trick him either. He's just too stupid for that.
Down the toilet we go.
You can at least hear the joke.
Wilbur?
Yes?
Blout's told me a joke, but it's a bit coarse.
Perhaps a god of humour likes that sort of thing. Tell me.
Okay. There are these two statues, and they've been standing in a park opposite each other for hundreds of years. A young man and a young woman, both naked. One day, a god appears and fulfills their greatest wish. They're allowed to leave their plinths for an hour. They immediately disappear into the bushes. There's rustling, whispering, giggling. Then the woman gasps, "We've only got 10 minutes left." And the young man replies, "Okay, let's switch positions. You get hold of the pigeon and I'll crap on it."
That's good.
Censored it.
It's got gods and statues in it.
I've got this joke about a patient and a doctor.
Who would have thought? Tell me.
After being examined, the patient asks, "Doctor, can you help me?" The doctor replies, "Of course, I'm going to prescribe you a mud bath." "And it'll help?" asks the patient. "Of course," the doctor says. "It'll help you get used to the feeling of being buried." Is that a good joke?
I don't know. It's only one way to find out.
There's a fully grown troll with an axe in the entrance hall of the school, and he won't let me into the staff room. Is there another way into the school?
If we had some fireplace travel powder, you could get into the staff room through the fireplace.
Fireplace? I'm sure there isn't a fireplace in there. Presumably it's now a doll's house or something.
Maybe the fireplace in the library's still okay.
Worth a try. Just missing the powder now.
It's on the headmaster's desk.
Which brings us back to the start of our problem.
Not exactly. I think I can get you some of the powder.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent, do it. That's all for now.
See you later.
All right. Where's the joke guy? Yeah.
Yoo-hoo. Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
Let's just do them in order.
So, I heard this joke.
I'm listening.
So, 2 pieces of coal. One says, hello, whereupon the other says, ah, go away, you're substituted.
Are you sure that's how the joke goes?
I want to retract my contribution.
I thought you might.
I know a joke. What do rats like playing most? Hide and squeak.
That was terrible. So predictable, so inelegant, so,
I thought that was very funny.
Me too.
Well, which once again proves how little you all know. No, I didn't laugh.
I have a joke.
Hit me.
This is a joke about a doctor and his patient. I think it's the only one of its kind. After being examined, the patient asks, Doctor, can you help me? The doctor replies, of course, I'm going to prescribe you a mud bath. And it'll help? Asks the patient. Of course, the doctor says. It'll help you get used to the feeling of being buried.
That was even worse than the first one.
Come on, that was
But
good.
at least made sense.
What does the god of humor know about jokes? Did you see me laughing? No.
All right, this one has to be good.
I know a joke with statues and gods. I'm sure you like it.
Oh, that sounds good.
For hundreds of years, these two statues are in a park opposite each other. One is a young man, the other a young woman. Both are naked. So one day a god appears and grants them their greatest wish. They are permitted to leave their respective plinths for an hour. Both immediately disappear into the undergrowth. There's rustling, whispers, giggles. We've still got 10 minutes, the young man gasps. And she replies, great, let's switch places. You hold the pigeon and I'll crap on it.
That wouldn't even bring a tired smile to the face of the
Really?
audience.
Joking.
But...
Well, to an audience with a sense of humor. There's only one of them here, and he didn't laugh.
Well, I thought my jokes were good, and the others laughed.
Oh, that's irrelevant. I have to laugh.
But you only seem to laugh at your own jokes.
Because they're the best ones.
Oh, tell his own
Yeah,
jokes.
tell one of his own jokes. I was thinking that.
Wait a minute. Two cannibals are eating a clown.
And what does one say to the other?
He tastes a bit funny.
He tastes a bit funny. Oh, he tastes a bit... Oh, because he's a clown. Oh, that was a good joke, my friend. You made me laugh. Oh, so now I'll aid you, mortal.
Hey.
Unless I counted wrong, I've now done 3 of you a favor. So, how do I cross the water?
Walk.
Ha ha! You might be able to walk on water, but I can't.
And what about ice?
Ice?
Haven't you noticed how cold it is here?
Oh, what? So we could have just walked the whole time.
That doesn't look like ice.
So?
And you couldn't have just told me that?
Would it have been as satisfying that way?
Probably not. But you'd better hope nothing happened to Remy just because you delayed me.
Alright, well I reckon we might call it there actually. It's a perfect spot to start fresh next week. Jokes on us. That save? Jokes on us, yes. Excellent. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us. That was a good time. We had some good gas bagging and some delightful jokes in the game. Let's see if there's anyone on that could use a delicious raid. You know what? Let's send you off to our friend that was in here earlier, Days Off Gaming. He is playing Dead Space at the moment. In honor of us playing a spooky game last night, let's lock you in. Put all you chat bullets into the revolver, ready to shoot you off. Make sure you have a fantastic evening tonight. Get yourself some pizza or burgers, whatever makes you happy. And we will see you next week. Toodaloo all.
See everyone.